Hi, beautiful souls. This is Srimanju. Today, I'm going to share some of the benefits of accessing your Akashic records. So, before I begin that, I would like to share what are Akashic records. Akashic records are a storage or a book of life or a repository with all the thoughts, with all the actions that ever has happened or happening from your soul level. So, since the time of your incarnation, all that information is being stored in the Akashic realms. And now, this is just not the earth realm, but also different realms that you have ever been on, like different planets, different solar systems, different civilizations. All that information is there. So think about your soul having multiple lifetimes, multiple energies, like, all that information and how much source it has, right? So to whatever is happening right now, it's not only right now it's projecting, but also it is a karmic thing from the past or how our lives have been in the past. It does reflect because that is how we make a soul contract. A soul contract is made uh, before we even come onto the earth realm, and we think about, hey, what am I interested in learning in this lifetime? What did I learn in the past, and what is that I want to upgrade myself with? And this is where we make a contract with ourselves. And in this contract, you also forget, like, you're going to have the earthy realm, you have to go through the struggles, the highs, the lows, all that emotions. But before you were doing it, you were thinking about what would be good for your soul, rather than right now. I'm thinking about, like, why did I choose this? But at the time, it was more about, like, hey, what can I benefit from it? Like, I want to experience, I want to go. Did you ever think of going onto a twisted roller coaster? Before going, you were a bit like nauseous, excited, yet you want to do, and you got a ticket. And when you were sitting there, then you think, oh my God, why did I do this to me? And when the ride begins at the end of it, you do it, you're fine. And then you say, I want to do it again. I want to go back again and do it. It was so fun. So, this is exactly what happens on the earth route. So take a time to think about it. That is a lot to process there, right? So with that information, with all that information in the records, how that can benefit us into the current lifetime is with the choices that we make, with the decisions that we are going to make, with the relationship issues we have in, or the guidance that we need in our career, or the location change we needed, or a troubled experience we are having with our neighbors, or a particular person in our life. The answers are there because this is all at the soul level. To tap into the soul level, Akashic records do help us to bring in or let us see the deep values of it. Now, there is always a reflection about, like, a person would have been having everything in their past lifetime, never valued it, and when the same person comes back here now in this lifetime doesn't have much because they wanted to understand what is it like to have not everything, and understand that gratitude, and that is what they are going through. Because when we look around into the life, into the journeys of the lives around, you will notice, this person didn't deserve to go through this, or the person is so nice, didn't need to have that heart condition, didn't need to suffer it. But we never know what was happening in the previous lifetime, right? And that was impacting them. And that is the most important thing, to recognize where it is coming from, to do the healing, to release that contract, and to help us to move forward. Moving forward is the most essential thing, because that helps us to navigate further into the life. Knowing your difficulties, accepting them, and knowing that, hey, I don't need to be there suffering for too long. Let me take the guidance from the Akashic records and let me move forward. And that is the most important thing. That is how it benefits. I was ex-corporate person, and when I was making a change and shift into having my spiritual business, I was thinking through, is this right? Have I done this before? Like, all my life I'm into the computers. I've been graduated. All that I know is working the corporate companies, and none of in my family members ever did such work. So for me to trust that I can do this, I needed some extra encouragement, not only from my clients, but also from my own soul level. So when I visited the records, I got to see my past lifetimes where I was a healer, where I have done this work before, and that gave me the courage and understanding that this is not new, even though it's new to this body right now. And that made me like take that leap of faith with much ease and trusting myself to do what exactly I am doing now. The same happens if you have a relationship trouble. You will feel that, and you'll know, why did I marry this person, or why am I in a partnership, or why did I choose these parents, or a child, like, and what has happened in the past. That will help us to release and get to know more. It's like seeing your life from a bird's eye view, and you get to see and understand more deep and information, and you are able to process at a different level, that you are able to sail through much ease as well. And that is very important to note. Sailing through life has to be easier. We have to make it easier. We need to raise our vibrations and understand the depth of the suffering, the trouble times, or losing someone. We need to understand that, and we need to move forward. And that is one of the major things. Some people do have health issues that they haven't expected them, or all of a sudden at a particular age it does come in, and not knowing what's happening. You need to allow yourself to understand why you're going through this particular health issue, and is this something from the past lifetimes, and how can you heal into the future, and once you understand where you have picked it up and what has caused this past lifetime memory of it to come back, and move forward, that will help to heal as well in a much easier way. There was this person who came to me saying that the person was having some lung issues, and couldn't breathe. And so when we opened up the records, this person in her past lifetime, she was being evacuated, and they didn't have any choice. They had to go through the coal mines to hide out. As she was crawling through the coal mine, she was breathing in all the black muck, and that made it difficult for her to breathe, and she passed away in that lifetime in the mines. And I said, that was at the age of 7. And has anything happened at the age of 7 in this lifetime? And she said that is where her illness started picking up. Now, that is the interesting part, right? At the same ages, it started coming back in this lifetime. But back then, when she was 7, she started having pneumonia, different lung issues. Until then, she was perfectly healthy child. And over the years, they realized that the tuberculosis is clogged up in her lungs, and they had to do the treatment for it. Yeah, but just knowing that where it has come up, it does help to be healing much deeply, saying thank you for that contract, and I have learned my thing. I don't need to be part of it anymore. I can release it, and by releasing it, she was freed from it, and she's doing much better and able to breathe much easily, and live her life with full on. And now she's on her spiritual path, spiritual journey, where she's able to open up herself, knowing what it is all about, and also helping the people that are coming on her way. And we also develop a lot of empathy and a lot of compassion for our fellow people, and look after into each other. Yeah, so these are some of the benefits. And also, like, think about if you're in the crossroads, Akashic healing can help you to make the choices much easily. The guides never tell us what to do, but they always give us this information, this kind of unknowingness, what could be the better one for our soul right now. And that makes us make the choices easier, right? we do have a human will, and with that only we can make the choices. Nobody can interfere with it. So that's the reason only the options will be given, but they will be showing, if you take this choice, this is how you'll see yourself, and if you take the other choice, this is how you'll see yourself. And it's up to us, when our consciousness, which one are you more inclined to, your heart will tell you, and go for it. Like, yeah. Also, in the Akashic reading, you get a lot of clarity, a lot of clearance as well, that helps you to make the choices with much ease. Like, say, for example, you're a lawyer and you want to do some social activity, social welfare thing, and you don't know how to go about it. Like, but you have a craving to do it, like, calling for it. And now in the records, if you're being shown that that was your purpose, like, you have been identified for it, that makes you give your 100%, and that take that leap of faith and go by it, and live your life, right? So that is so, so important for it. So always to acknowledge that you have some emotions, some passions to do it, even though you have no experience, but they are coming back. So with a reason, like, that will help us to have a better grip on our lives. And also identifying your soul purpose and your life purpose will make you live your life with so much of a clarity, with so much of a beauty, so much of acceptance, and then you will give your 100% to it. And that is the magic about it, knowing, getting the guidance in the records. Now, every information is there. It's not only your personal things, but also the climate things, the global changes, the political sides of things, about everything that's happening in the world. The guidance is there in the records. It's about how we tap into it and what can benefit us. We are going to go in and search for it, right? It's like a Google or like a Wikipedia. Information is massive. You need to be specific about it, and search and filter it up and get back that information that you're going to find it useful. So if you found this useful and you're interested to know more about what you can get from Akashic reading, or study Akashic reading, doing for yourself or for your family and friends, go check out my website. I do have the consultations opened and also the courses coming up. So www.srimanju.com, www.srimanju.com, and link is below, and do check it out. And I love to stay in connection and hear back from you guys. And if something has resonated with you, or you have experience with the Akashic reading, to drop a message. And also I have some recorded meditations to visit your Akashic realm, so go check it out and try them. And if you like this video, please like and share. Thank you for spreading the love. Thank you so much. Namaste.